Hello everyone. Today we are going to read lesson 11, Life in Temperate Grassland. We are familiar with the forest, which are the dense regions covered with thick vegetation. Unlike a forest, grasslands are regions where grasses are the dominant type of plant life. The variety of plants growing in a particular region depends on various factors such as the climate of the region, the soil type, and the rainfall. On the basis of the climate, grasslands are of two types: the temperate and the tropical grasslands. Grasslands are called by different names such as prairies in North America, pampas in South America, velds in South Africa, steppes in Russia, and downs in Australia. Here we shall study about two temperate grasslands, the prairies of North America and the velds of South Africa. The prairies. The temperate grasslands of North America are known as the prairies. They are gently sloping, hilly lands which extend from the west of the Mississippi River to the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. The Great Lakes of North America lie towards the east of the prairies. Although the region is dominated by tall grass growing up to a height of 2 meters, woodlands are also found in the low-lying areas flanking the river valleys. In the USA, the prairies cover the states of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, and Iowa, while in Canada, prairies include the provinces of Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Ontario. The north-south extent of the prairies is about 6,000 km and the east-west extent is about 2,000 km. The northern part of the prairies slopes towards the Arctic Ocean while the southern part slopes towards the Gulf of Mexico. The Saskatchewan River in Canada and Mississippi River and its tributaries in the USA drain the prairies. Climate. The climate of the prairies is influenced by its mid-continental location. They have warm summers and cold winters. Strong winds blow across the endless plains during both summer and winter. Cold polar winds from north make the temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius in winters. Lack of trees in these grasslands makes the velocity of wind high. The Chinook, a warm and dry wind, blows down from the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains, making the weather warmer and enabling the melting of snow cover during winter season. The average rainfall is about 50 cm in the summer months, making it suitable for the grasses to grow. A major part of the prairies are covered by a thick layer of snow during winters. Flora and fauna. Grass is the main plant type found in this region. It depends on the rainfall in the growing season as the roots are not deep enough to reach for groundwater. Some trees such as willow, alders and poplars can be found in the river valleys where water is available. Areas having rainfall higher than 50 cm are suitable for farming. Some of the crops cultivated here are maize, potatoes, alfalfa, cotton and soya bean. The other areas with comparatively low rainfall are used for cattle grazing. The large farmlands are called ranches, which are looked after by the cowboys. Animals found in this region include bisons, prairie dogs, rabbits, coyotes, wild horses, and gophers. The bisons were in large numbers before the arrival of the European invaders, but have come close to extinction because of indiscriminate hunting. Now they are a protected species. Life in the region. The climatic conditions of prairies favors cultivation of a great variety of crops including corn, wheat, oats, barley, rye and oilseed. The most prominent crop is wheat. The region has the following advantages. Land is well drained and ideal for mechanized large-scale agriculture. The Chinook melts snow which provides the much needed moisture to the soil. The dark soil is rich in humus and other organic matter, making it very fertile. Agriculture is highly extensive and mechanized in this region. Contour plowing and strip cropping are widely practiced to reduce soil erosion, and rotation is practiced by dividing the farm into sections. Most of the work is done by farm machinery as farms here are very large, and average wheat farm being about 1000 hectares, which has helped in yielding large scale production of grains. The USA and Canada, the two most developed countries of the world, lie in the prairies. They have utilized the most advanced cultivation techniques such as the use of tractors, seed drills, harrows, and combine harvesters for plowing, seeding, harvesting, and threshing. They have become surplus food producers and therefore are called the granary of the world. This region has an efficient system of transport and communication which enables the export of farm products to other regions. The towns in the prairie region are industrial towns which produce consumer goods on a large scale. Some of them are Chicago, Indianapolis, and Denver in the USA, and Winnipeg, Calgary, and Edmonton in Canada. The Velds. The temperate grasslands of South Africa are called the Velds. These grasslands are dominated by a single layer of grasses. The amount of grass cover depends on rainfall and the degree of grazing. South Africa lies at the southern tip of the African continent. Swaziland, Mozambique, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Namibia are the neighboring countries. Atlantic Ocean in the west and south and Indian Ocean in the east surround South Africa. The major part of the country is a high plateau sloping from east to west. The veld may be high veld, middle veld, and the low veld based on their elevation. The northeastern part of the plateau is called the high veld and may range from 600 to 1100 meter above the sea level. The veld is bounded by the Drakensberg Mountains on the east and the Kalahari Desert to its west. A hilly range called the Witwatersrand runs across the veld. The tributaries of rivers Orange and Limpopo drain the region. The velds have thin layered powdery soil which can be easily eroded. Climate. The climate is mild as it lies in the warm temperate zone of the southern hemisphere. It is influenced by the high altitude of the plateau, the Indian Ocean, and the cold Benguela current which flows along the west coast. In the high veld, summers are warm and wet with temperatures reaching up to 22 degrees Celsius at Johannesburg. Precipitation mostly occurs in the summer months. During winters, the temperature ranges between 5 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. Winters are cold and dry, with July being the coldest month. Rainfall is scanty and damaging drought affects at least half the area, mostly during June, July, and August, about once every 3 or 4 years. Flora and fauna. Not much of plant diversity is seen in these grasslands. This is due to the semi-arid climate of this region. The red grasses are seen growing in bush veld and acacia and marula in the high veld. Since the bushlands and the grasslands in the high veld have grazing lands at an elevation between 1000 meter to 2000 meter, there is a period of frost for about 100 days in a year, which inhibits the growth of grasses. Lions, leopards, cheetahs, and kudus are the animals found in the velds. Life in the region. The two main occupations of the people living in this region are rearing animals and mining. The soil is not fertile and the only trees found are near the river banks. The high veld has tall and short grasses and bushes. Due to this, the velds are better suited for cattle rearing than cultivation of crops. The grasslands have ideal conditions for cattle and sheep farming. The cattle are reared for milk and meat in the warmer and wetter eastern parts of the veld. The butter and cheese obtained are sent for export and also to fulfill the domestic needs. Frozen meat is mainly exported to southern Europe. Some farmers rear animals and also grow crops on the same farm. Some crops such as maize, cotton, wheat, barley, potatoes, tobacco, and sugarcane are cultivated. Sheep rearing is the most important occupation of the people. Fine quality of sheep is bred mainly for wool, and it has given rise to a thriving wool industry in the world. South Africa is the second largest exporter of merino wool in the world after Australia. Merino sheep is a popular species reared here, and their wool is very warm. Wells have a rich deposit of minerals which has made mining a livelihood for many people. Iron and steel industry has developed where coal and iron are present. It was due to rich mineral deposits that the trade links developed with the British, which turned South Africa into a British colony. Johannesburg is the gold capital of the world. Kimberley is known for diamond deposits, while Witwatersrand for gold deposits. These areas have a well-developed system of communication and transport. This was the reading of our lesson 11, Life in Temperate Grasslands. If you have any doubt or query, you can ask me in the comment section below. Also, you can find the links to other lessons in the description box below. Thank you everyone.